This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
The shooting death of a South Westridge resident is the focus of another homicide investigation here in the capital. As police tell us, the victim was shot to death sometime before 10 p.m. in the area of Munnings Drive. Detectives found the man's lifeless body in front of his home. 3 males and 1 female was arraigned in magistrate's court today on fraud charges. Anderson Johnson of Village Road was charged with 33 counts of possession of false documents, uttering a false document, and fraud by false pretense. Jeremy Stewart of South Beach was charged with 9 counts of possession of false documents, uttering a false document, and fraud by false pretense. Shakunia Thompson of Stapleton Gardens was charged with 21 counts of possession of false documents, uttering a false document, and fraud by false pretense. And Randall Smith was charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud. Thompson was represented by attorney Alex Dorset, Johnson was represented by attorney Raphael Moxie, and Smith was represented by attorney Ian Cargill. The matter was adjourned until February 14th, and all suspects were remanded. John Charles' stay application won't be heard until tomorrow. The hearing was pushed back today in light of the legal team's attempt to work out terms on an agreement that would allow the case to be heard as quickly as possible.
Jean Roney's case raises a very important issue about the potential status of people born in the Bahamas to non-citizen parents who don't register between the ages of 18 and 19. And what is their status in the Bahamas after 19? And our position is, of course, if you're born in the Bahamas, you belong in the Bahamas. They can't up and kick you out. Their position is, we don't know really what the law is, and we would like the Court of Appeals and maybe the Privy Council to give an indication to the court.
That's John Charles's lead attorney, Queen's Counsel Fred Smith, who went on to make this appeal.
Would I urge the government in the meantime, in particular Mr. Brent Simonet, Minister of Immigration, please control your immigration department to stop picking people up who are born in the Bahamas or who are married to Bahamians or children of any of those people. Leave people alone who have not committed any offense under the Immigration Act. And this is proven by the fact that none of these people are ever taken before a court. This is like anybody charged with murder or rape or armed robbery or theft or possession of dangerous drugs. The police always take people to court within 48 hours at least. And so immigration is not above the law.
Mr. Smith further stressed that the Department of Immigration is not judge, jury, nor executioner, but rather has an Immigration Act with a criminal procedure code and constitution that governs. Police officers again called onto the Garventines Primary School campus after irate parents swarmed the school demanding to take their children home. This following claims of a confirmed case of tuberculosis within a 2nd grade student. Parents say the 2nd grade class, as well as some teachers and support staff, were tested, but they feel the entire school should have been tested. After a 2-hour wait, parents were taken to a private meeting to allay their fears. But one parent our news team spoke to insists she's not buying their story.
And we're still not getting information. Everything is sketchy here and there. Why is it the whole school was informed of what was going on? You know, we have kids in contact. You don't know who plays with who in the school through the course of the day. So why would you say, you know, you have to be in contact with this person face to face for 8 hours to contract something? You don't know who plays with what. You don't know who hand is in the mouth. You don't know who sneezes in somebody's faces. So tuberculosis is serious. It is a very serious disease, and to say 138 persons were tested and none was positive, and then turn back around and say 5 was positive, what is the information? So you still ain't being truthful with the parents. So somebody need to be truthful with the parents and let us know if we need to bring the kids to school tomorrow or if we need to take the kids on to clinic on Monday to be tested for this very serious disease.
Now, due to their persistence, some parents were given the go-ahead to take their children home, charging that they will not return until they're satisfied all is well. Addressing the issue on site was Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands.
For the record, there is no outbreak of TB at Garventines Primary. As occurred at R.M. Bailey and other places, there is a possible case of a student at Garventines And what we are doing is a routine public health screening of children and teachers and staff to determine whether or not anybody has been exposed to tuberculosis.
One parent was sorely concerned that her child, a student of grade 2, was tested for TB by the school without her permission. Dr. Sands says to ensure public health, they had a right to do so.
I would say to that parent that we apologize, because that would not be the preferred way to do it, even though legally we can.
And a big day for former Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade. Mr. Greenslade, who now serves as High Commissioner to the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, as well as the permanent representative to the International Maritime Organization, was today received by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II at Buckingham Palace. Stay with us, we have sports and weather when we return.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.